right. Hopefully I got the delay set up right on this live stream. Looks like I did get it set up right. So, alright. Now it's time to hop into the Discord room, talk to Raxy. What is up, Raxy? How's it going?
Jonesy, how's it going today?
Oh, I'm doing alright. I decided at the last minute to try to stream the games, and I think I got the delay set up, so there should be a 2-minute delay, and I got a thing set up so it'll block the cards in my hand.
Okay,
Now that I'm
yeah, because
worried
I was
about you,
waffling.
yeah. Now that I'm worried
I was
about you
waffling
cheating,
on like, yeah.
you definitely don't need any help to beat me, but I just don't want to make it as easier than I have to for you, you know?
Right, yeah, and I mean, I do want to help pump the numbers, so let me go and find your stream here. That is you.
I just
There's
posted the link in the Mythik Discord.
Okay, all right,
Somebody
I
else
see
try
it.
to
All right,
cross-post that a
perfect.
couple of different
So
places.
I'll do this here. I forget for YouTube, if you completely mute like the browser tab, does it count your session as like actually watching?
To be honest, I really don't know, but I have such a small channel, I don't know. Oh, it currently says 2 waiting, since
Okay.
it's still on a delay, so honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, one of them is me, and I see that it like goes live at 7:59, but it's 8:01.
Yeah, it's probably because of the delay that I set up on it, but yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. So if it's 8:02 now.
So I probably
hello.
should edit the description.
Yeah, well, I'll mute the tab and then, oh, there we go. I can see it now. Excellent.
Alright, I should probably also mute it too, just in case.
Yeah.
And yes, alright.
All
Now,
right, so we do my normal sneaky thing of have the volume technically there, but have it at like 1%, so I can't actually hear you.
oh yeah.
So, you know, it does count as me having the tab up and watching, but I'm just gonna have it minimized somewhere. I don't got room for that.
Now I need to get into the TTS room.
Yes, so for once I didn't call the room Mythic Extra Thick. What a disappointment.
Yeah. Ooh, I even get to be
All right.
player red. Alright.
Yeah.
Also,
Actually,
since
hold on. Even at 1%, I could still hear, so I will just mute the tab.
also,
there we
since
go.
I went through the effort of making my own custom playmat, I might as well find that and bring that out.
Oh yes, absolutely. I was expecting that. I should have just deleted the thing for you, but that it lines up well, yeah. Okay, yeah,
I did one more extra time just to save.
Yep, you are filling the space. Your mat is now larger than mine. If the size of the mat determines the winner, then you know I know the tech. But these mats are much larger than the default room, so we should both be winning much harder than in the usual room.
Yeah, we might need to double check with Max, see if that'll be the tiebreaker in case we both somehow draw game 3. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen. I mean, Galaxies Collide is a card that exists.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anybody do like the old Ring of Destruction shenanigans with it, but I would think that it would probably play out the same, where the person activating the card would lose.
Also need to make cards bigger, so okay.
Yep, it's exactly 20 in beginnings to do it.
I don't know how many I did, but I also should probably double check and make sure this deck list is correct. I think that should be correct. And we're not playing with the sideboard, right?
Correct.
Okay. Otherwise, I do have a random sideboard from a previous time or a previous tournament, which I suppose I could just throw in now, but I'm fine with just no sideboard.
Yeah, that works for me. No sideboard. We're doing our best of 3. We get exactly 1 mulligan over all 3 games. So if
Ooh.
I use mine on game 1, then that's all I get. So yeah, I hope that I've set a deck together that works against this. Because I mean, I've at least in the 1v1 singles, I'm undefeated as far as matches go. Viper did take my first game off of me last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I figure that invincibility only lasts so long. Like, Mario only keeps the superstar for a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but yep, I am shuffled up. I'm ready to go if you are. There's dice and coins and multiple means to let us decide the ever important who gets to go first or second choice.
All right. Well, what if I just ask you odd or even?
I will go odd.
All right. It is even. All right. I will be on the play for game 1.
On the play. All right, so I will be on the draw then. And yes, I only learned this last week. I can press the 6 button and draw 6 cards.
Oh, yeah. I am going to keep this hand.
I will also keep my hand.
All right. Going up to 4 AP. I think I will start. How do I want to start this? I think I'll start with a good old classic 2 action points for a Nimue.
Yep.
Nimue comes in. I get Arthur. Where is my Arthur? Oh, there we go. All right. All right, so Arthur will go to my hand, but then I will play Arthur.
Right.
And then I will... Yeah, I will use Arthur's power to return Nimue back into my deck.
Yep, the ever classic choice.
All right, I will bring out Tristan. Tristan comes into play. I can grab Isolde. Then I can shuffle both of those back into my deck. Making sure I shuffle in order to bring out Merlin from my Mythic deck. So I think I'll put Merlin there. The card blocking picture on my stream is unfortunately blocking the text box when I zoom in on most of the cards, but oh well. Now I need to think about what else I would like to do. I think I'm going to spend 1 more action point. I'm going to bring out everyone's favorite yokai Yurei. Then I will play 1 mysterious card face down in the back row, and then I will pass the turn.
All right. I'm going to go up to 4 here, and I'll draw a card. Okay. Not quite something that I need, but that's fine, I suppose. Hmm. How do I go about this? Because that Merlin, you can pop that at pretty much any point to respond to anything that I do.
Mm-hmm.
You have a back row, which I've got to assume is something scary because it normally is. And I've got a hand that really wanted to go first. But it's also good enough that it's shouldn't get shuffled away. I like this plan. I mean, it's a good plan. You know, it's time tested. It's true. I'll spend 2 action points, and I'll deploy Nimue, the Lady of the Lake.
Ooh, interesting.
When this card is deployed, I can add an Arthur Pendragon, the Chosen King, from your deck or grave to your hand.
Yep.
So I'll search my deck, and I will retrieve a copy of Arthur Pendragon, Chosen King.
Mm-hmm.
Shuffle, shuffle, although you know that's likely unnecessary. I'll add Arthur to my hand. Next up, if there's no responses to that,
I have no responses to that.
I will deploy Arthur Pendragon, the Chosen King, to my general slot.
Mm-hmm.
If there are no further responses to that, I will then activate the effect of Arthur Pendragon, the Chosen King.
You got it.
And I will turn Nimue to the deck. I don't know why I shuffled there, but I will grab a Tristan. And when Tristan is deployed, of course, I'll grab an Isolde. Any responses?
I have no responses at this time.
All right. Next up, I am going to perform the deployment cost to get Merlin on the board by shuffling Tristan and Isolde back into the deck. It's Merlin.
I do believe now I can respond to Merlin coming to play. Is that correct?
Yes, you can.
In response, I'm gonna use my own Merlin.
Mm.
So I'm gonna shuffle my Merlin back in. I will grab Gawain. Where is the horse rider? Here we go. Gawain and Tristan.
Right.
So I will resolve Tristan's power first.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get Isolde again.
Righto.
And then for Gawain's power, I will eliminate Ure to blow up Merlin.
Right. Yeah, kind of figured that was going to go down like that, but that is totally fine. Next up, I will spend a point. I will put a Ure on the board.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will send a Gawain and a Minotaur to the grave. Deploy Nessie.
Mm-hmm.
I will set 2 cards. And I will move to combat.
Yes.
All right, let's just get into it. I'm going to have the attack your Gawain.
In response, should put my Gawain defense position, but oh well. I guess at this point, I can use Isolde's power. I can eliminate Tristan and make one champion general I control unable to be eliminated, so I will pick Gawain.
All right, excellent, but you'll still take 7,000 damage.
Yeah, I'll still take 7,000.
All right, and that is my turn.
All right. End of your turn. I think I will pay 1 to put Yurei back into play.
All right, then.
And then my turn, I'll go back up 4, draw 1.
Mm-hmm.
Decisions. So I think first I'm going to play this face down card. It is a Trebuchet. I will blow up that card.
All right. My Camelot eats it.
Okay. I need to think about the order in which I want to do this now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you've still got a good amount of resources to work with. How do you use them to the greatest effect?
You know, to start, I think I'm going to use Arthur's power to shuffle in Isolde back into my deck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to grab another Gawain.
All right.
All right, Gawain is light and not water. So with his power, I can eliminate my Yurei and blow up your nest.
All right, and Nessie is going to eat it.
Okay, so then I can pay 2 action points to play Isolde.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will shuffle back in Isolde into Gawain in order to play Merlin.
All right.
And I got a Merlin. Do you have a response?
I do not have a response.
Okay. Okay, but then I'm going to discard a Lancelot and another Lancelot in order to deploy my own nest.
Alrighty.
Also, I downloaded this picture before the card database got online, so this is like the very early like text box of Nessie, but that's why the attack and defense looks so weird.
Yeah, that's a cool one, actually.
Yes, but now I need to decide what to do, you're at 25,000.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to enter combat now. I'm going to have Nessie attack your Ure.
Alrighty. In response, I'm gonna activate Galaxies Collide.
Okay.
But I've got to decide what I want my target to be. Because obviously getting rid of Nessie deals a bunch of damage to you, but it's not lethal, and it still gives you Merlin to play with. But if I blow up Merlin now, you have nothing you can do against it. And I can take 1,500 damage, although I really don't want to. Yeah, I think I will blow up Merlin. And Ure. Alright, so you're allowed to redeclare your attacks as the number of champions on the field has changed.
Yes, I'll redirect Nessie to attack your heartbeats directly.
Alright, I eat 11,000.
And then Gawain will attack for another 4,000.
4,000 it is. I go to a nice clean 10,000.
Yes, and on your end step, I can replay my Ure by paying 1 action point. And I will do that by putting it in defense. Alright, I'll pass the turn over to you.
Alright, now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do for my turn here, because I have a few options, and you might have a few options. A lot of these don't seem particularly great, so I will... I know what I have to work with. I know what I've got to deal with. Yeah, I will spend the point, and I will get Ure back on the board. All right, and then start of my turn, I go up to 4, and I draw.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's actually pretty ideal. I forgot I was running this. Right. So this gives me option. You have 18,000, which is a large number of heartbeats to get around.
Mm-hmm.
Your effect doesn't help me at the moment, but you make things work. Yeah, I've got decisions. It's just... Oh. So if I do one of these... That could be funny. You have 2 cards in hand.
Yep, 2 cards in hand.
This lets me get away with this twice. Well, I will just kind of build this out as I go. I'll spend 4 AP to deploy Sir Galahad, Seeker of the Grail.
Okay.
I am not going to use his effect,
Okay.
but he is a Camelot,
He
so I
is.
can transform him with the power of Arthur and turn him into some other dude. So who am I going to grab instead? Oh, I like that a lot, actually. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that does. I don't have to be that cheeky with it. So I will transform Galahad into Lancelot,
Ooh, interesting. All right.
and I will use the effect of Lancelot and cut both of our heartbeats in half.
Yeah, so I'll go down to 9,000.
And I go to 5,000. Well, if I know how to press the divide button properly, well, whatever. 5,000. Cool. Next, I have not deployed a Mythic this turn, so I meet the deployment conditions to deploy Chang'e, Beauty of the Moon, by getting rid of this search. And Chang'e, Beauty of the Moon, the misplay machine, it cannot be deployed the same turn a Mythic is deployed, and I cannot deploy any other Mythics on this turn. But when I deploy this card, I can deploy any one non-Mythic card from any player's grave, either face up in the champion slot or face down in the Magic Fortifier slot.
Mm-hmm.
So from my graveyard, I will deploy Galaxies Collide face down.
Okay.
I will then, because I can, I'll move to combat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have Lancelot attack and slay Gawain for 2,000 points of damage.
Yes, I'll go down to 7,000.
All right, and that will be the end of my turn.
All right. On my turn, I believe I still go up to. I still gain the AP before you can respond to anything. Is that correct? I don't think it'll matter. But
you do gain the AP and you do draw. But then on your draw, I will flip Galaxies Collide, targeting my Chang'e and your Nessie.
Are you sure you don't want to target your Lancelot?
I mean, as much as that's a game 3 play, not a game 1 play.
All right. Well, I have no responses, so I will lose, and you'll be alive at 5,000. Yep.
I'm amazed that I was able to formulate that nonsense.
Yeah, that was definitely a good line. Oh, did I hear?
Yeah. I took a very rough gamble on that hand, and top decking that Galahad made that turn. It gave me so many more options.
Yeah, I think based on the cards in my hand, I think I probably could have found a way to win on my next turn, but I don't know. It might have been close.
Yeah.
Had you not won, it would have been interesting.
Yeah, going second with Camelot just feels really rough. So already from the coin flip, I'm kind of fighting uphill.
Yeah.
But I do believe that Camelot is strong enough to pull through, and I think I've done some stuff with Camelot that makes it a bit better, assuming that I'd be going second a lot, because I have to assume that luck is not going to play out my way.
Yeah,
I'm already lucky enough with the actual physical cards. I can't imagine that'll extend the virtual game for too much longer.
Yeah, I know. I also did add a couple things to help my deck go second. We'll see if I actually draw the things and play the things, but for this
All
game,
right.
since
So
I
first
lost,
off, do you want to go first or second?
I think I will go first again.
Okay. All right. I will. This is interesting. I'll keep it.
I will also. All right, so I start with 4 AP again.
Mm-hmm.
I will pay 2 to play everyone's favorites, Lady of the Lake.
Absolutely.
That comes in. I get Arthur. Arthur will go to my hand, but then I'll play him. Use his
Yep.
power to switch Nimue into Tristan. Tristan comes into play. I get Zoldy, and then I can shuffle both of those back into my deck in order for me to play Merlin.
Mm-hmm.
And I make sure to shuffle my deck. All right, so step 1 is done. What else do I want to do? Well,
Yeah. What other options you got?
I'm gonna pay 1 to play not a Camelot card, but Norse Sigil. So when it's on the field, mythics I
Yeah.
control are unaffected by fortifiers.
Mm-hmm.
And also, once per turn, redeploy it if I control Loki.
Yeah. It's low key a pretty good card.
But bumps. Anyways, I'll play face down back row card also. And then I will pass the turn.
Alrighty, I'll go up to 4 and I will draw. Okay. Workable. Workable. I can do some stuff with this. I'll Siege Sapper as your back row.
Right.
You can activate in response if you feel like it or if you're able to.
I will say no, so I'll just have that get shuffled back.
Yeah. I'm not sure if there are really many cards that can be activated in response to that with an otherwise empty board.
Surprise,
If you find them.
I'm splashing in the Arabian Nights card. Well, actually, you never
I mean,
know.
I mean, that would be pretty fun. That would be pretty fun, I cannot lie. Hmm. Decisions. I'm realizing that this guy isn't as helpful as I'd like him to be, but that's fine. Well, I'll spend 2 points because I also got my own Nimue.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Okay.
It was interesting last time. I guess it's interesting this time. I'll use the deployment effect and add an Arthur to the hand. Any responses to the add-on hand?
No response.
All right. I will deploy the Arthur. Any responses?
No responses at this time.
All right. I will activate the Arthur. Any responses?
No responses at this time.
All right. You'll get shuffled back in, and I will search for another feller to deploy. Yeah, a few decisions I can do here. Nah, I think this worked last time. I'll go for the Tristan.
Okay.
Tristan's deployment effect will bring the Isolde on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Any responses?
No responses.
All right, I'm next gonna activate the deployment conditions for Merlin, which I'm sure will generate some sort of response at some point.
All right. I do have a response right now.
Yep, that's what I figured.
Yes. I will use my own Merlin and debate what I want to do because I may have forgot to put Sijin in defense position. Well.
Yep.
I think I'm just going to go back to Gawain and Tristan. Gawain, let's put in defense. Tristan, also put in defense. I will resolve Tristan's power first. Getting me Isolde. I'll put Isolde there for a random reason, which probably won't come up, but you never know. But then
Yeah,
I need to
perhaps.
decide what to do with Gawain.
I mean, that reason might depend on my deck more than yours.
Yeah, it depends on if you have one or two random cards. But now I can sack something or... You know what? I'm going to sack Norse Scission to blow up the Enchanter.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting that. Like, oh, you left that in attack mode. You don't want to get Nessied again. Well, I don't really have a reason to deploy Nessie. I mean, it gets like a Tristan off the board, which would be kind of nice. What do? I think I'll just spend one, get the usual Ure on the board. I'll have it copy your Isolde stats. My Ure is now a 0/0.
Okay.
And then I'll set not really like these matter for positioning at all. 3 in the back row, playing into the Ega Sabotage. Here go.
All right. I go up to 5 AP and draw a card. All right. First thing I'm going to do is play Avalon. So when a Camelot champion I control is eliminated, I can deploy one Camelot champion to the grave. I can do that once per turn.
Absolutely. Yep.
Then
Good.
I'm going to play Yggdrasil.
All right.
Do you have any responses?
No responses.
Okay. So I go down to 12,500. I need to search my deck. I'm going to pick this Ega Sabotage card.
All right. Well, I guess that forces my hand.
Yeah, because I will then play the
Yeah, because I'm saying it forces my hand because I'm going to activate this in response to the ad. So I am going to pop a Galaxies Collide here, probably the easiest telegraphed one here. And I am going to... Actually, what's in your grave currently? Just those. So whatever one I blow up, you can just bring back, which is aggravating I'm gonna have to. I want to make you work for this. Actually, you know what? You're gonna probably. Hmm. Well, I think the option that does more damage to you makes more sense, so I will blow up your Gawain and my Ure.
All right.
Unless you're gonna respond to it.
I'm thinking. I think. I think I do. I'm going to use Isolde's power in response. So I will eliminate Tristan to make Gawain unable to be eliminated.
It fizzles.
All right.
I don't have any other response.
Yeah, with the Avalon, I can bring Tristan back in, and his power has not been deployed yet this turn, so I can add in Isolde. Deploy it for my hand or deck.
Yes, you can.
All right, so now it's back to me. Huh.
Very scary ego sabotage ad.
All right, I think I'm going to now use Arthur's power, shuffle back one of these Isoldes into my deck. And I'm going to grab another Gawain.
Righto.
I'll put that in attack. Gawain, I will discard a Lancelot to blow up that face down card.
All right, you've gotten rid of an SPQR Onage.
Okay.
I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but actually, I'm absolutely pronouncing it wrong. I mean, Roman, French, they're like basically the same thing, right?
Basically.
Linguist nerds, please don't kill me.
Sorry, I'm thinking on what I want to do here. If it's that, then okay, I'm going to shuffle Isolde and Tristan back into my deck in order to deploy a Merlin.
Right.
Remember to shuffle my deck. I'm going to pay 1 to do this. Yes, I'm going to pay 1 to deploy a Ure.
Okay.
In defense, I will move this Gawain to attack, and then I'm going to enter combat.
All right.
So, this Gawain will attack that Ure.
Decisions. So many hard decisions to make. And more decisions on top of that. I will respond. I will flip up Daedalus' Labyrinth. So this will let me deploy exactly one copy of an Olympian Minotaur to the board. And I redirect your Gawain's attack at the Minotaur. And I have a cool effect that lets me eliminate both cards, but no, I'm not going to use that. We'll just do the normal combat.
Okay, yes, I will lose 4,000.
Yep, and your Gawain, but I'm sure Gawain. That's the lead, not the last I'm seeing of Gawain on this board.
Yeah. So now I already used the Avalon, so I will pass the turn.
All right. Go up to 5, and I will draw. I'll spend all 5 of my points to deploy a Tristan.
Okay.
With the Tristan, I'll activate its effect. If you've got any responses.
I have no response at this time.
All right, let me grab and is sold. All right, any responses here?
I have no response at this time.
All right, next up. I will activate the effect of Arthur.
Okay.
To shuffle is sold back into the deck. Yeah. And I will deploy Lancelot. And I will activate the effect of Lancelot, having both of our heartbeats.
Yes, that happens. I'm going to be at 4250.
Yep. And I'm at 12,500. Any responses here?
No, I have no responses.
Okay. All right, next up. I have not deployed any mythics this turn. No mythics have been deployed this turn. So I believe I've met the conditions to successfully deploy Chang'e. So I will do exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
With Chang'e's effect, let me deploy a card from either of our graves, face up or face down. As long as it's not a mythic, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as which ones I decide to do, that's a different decision. I mean, it's not quite enough to do anything here, but I will, it worked last time. I'll grab a Galaxies Collide and I'll set it face down.
Mm-hmm.
In maybe the hopes that you forget exactly where I placed it. I will put, let's see. You know what? I will activate you. Page Sappers, and I'll shuffle your Avalon back in your deck.
I have a response.
All right. I kind of figured.
I'm going to use Merlin's power to shuffle it back in and get a couple more champions out. Look, see what's in my grave too. Okay, this should work.
You've got a few things there. I think you can make this work.
I'm going to grab Gawain in defense, along with a Tristan.
Yeah, I mean, the Gawain's going to be aggravating, but I think the Tristan's going to be more problematic.
Yes, I will resolve Tristan's power first. By getting in Isolde. And then I will resolve the Gawain's power. I will send this attack position Gawain to the grave and blow up this mysterious face down card.
Golly, whatever could it be?
Yes, and then I think I could also use Isolde's power. I think I will do that. I can eliminate Tristan to make this Gawain unable to be eliminated, and I can bring something back.
Right.
The Isolde power is not once per turn, so I might as well just bring back a Tristan. So this Gawain cannot be eliminated until end of turn, and I got Tristan back.
All right.
And then now the Avalon gets
Siege Sappers get shuffled back in. Yes, it does. I'll set another thing face down. I cannot deploy any more mythics. I have already used the transformation effect of Arthur. You have a lot of points. I will move to combat. So right now the Gawain is untouchable. Sorry, the Gawain is untouchable.
Uneliminatable is way too long of a keyword, but yes.
Right. So I will have Lancelot attack your Tristan.
In response, I will use Isolde's power, eliminate the Tristan, and make Isolde unable to be eliminated until end of turn as well.
Yep. I saw that coming from a million miles away. And then the Minotaur is going to take the array off the board.
Okay, are you going to use the Minotaur's power?
I am not going to use the Minotaur's power.
Okay.
And you are not going to use the Uray's power because of Chang'e. That extremely stupid rare edge case.
Wait, what?
This card cannot be deployed the same turn as other mythics.
Oh, wait, that includes opponents too? I did
this
not
is
know
the
that.
This is the only edge case this ever comes up. I don't think it's going to do much anyway, because I'm sure you have a second Uray. But it's funny. But yeah, that is also the end of my turn, so it is your go.
All right, I will go up to 8 action points.
Eight in the point.
Need to double check. is this going to be worth it? I mean, maybe. Might as well try. So I'm going to pay 1
Mm-hmm.
for another Ure.
Yup.
I'm going to pay 2 to play an Isolde.
All right.
I'm going to play 1 card face down in the back row. Then I'm going to play second card face down in the back row. And then I'm going to eliminate all 4 of the cards that I just played this
Exciting.
round. It was
Yeah.
Sabotage in the Camelot, the Chosen Castle, in order for me to deploy a Nancy for my Mythik deck.
Yes. Giant enemy spider.
Yes, and yes, I will. Once per turn, I can put a card you control on top of your deck. I'll pick your mysterious back row card.
All right, the mysterious back row card. I will activate in response. It is a Galaxies Collide, much to everybody's surprise. I will use this to eliminate my Chang'e and your Gawain. So you're down to a perilous 250. Which is importantly 250 points above being dead. So I think the Anansi is still a solid play.
That is true there.
I think I can work around it. Oh, you don't have a hand, but
yeah, I have 0 cards in hand at the moment.
And you just deploy that.
Wait, well, no. I can use Arthur to. I guess I'll use Arthur to shuffle my Isolde back into my deck. Mm-hmm. Is this what I want to do? Yes, this is what I want to do. Okay. Isolde will go back into my deck. So I can pull out a Tristan, which will...
Pull out the same Isolde.
Yes, and then I will shuffle both of those back into my deck.
Mm-hmm.
I remember to shuffle. So I will bring out a Merlin.
Righto.
Wanted to double check my grave at the moment. Okay. And I will pass the turn with me not yet dead.
All right. I go up to 4 and I draw. Okay. That's something. Pay 2 and deploy an Isolde.
Mm-hmm.
Gives me a little bit of resilience against stuff. I will use Arthur, if you don't have any responses.
No response at this time.
All right, yep, so I will throw Isolde back into the deck. And I will deploy a... Yeah. Gawain.
Okay.
On the deployment of Gawain, I could have thought ahead and did this a little better, but whatever. I still have things I can do. I will activate the effect of Gawain.
How many cards do you have in your hand? Are you also out?
0. I am also out. Yeah. I will activate the effect of Gawain to eliminate Kristen from the board, as well as, well, that's the cost, and I'm going to choose to eliminate. And do I pop the spider? Do I pop your Merlin early and force you to activate it? I pop the spider.
All right, spider's gone.
Yes. Yes. Spider is gone. Any responses here?
I have no response at this time.
All right. Well, I meet the deployment conditions to deploy this specific mythic. So I will activate the conditions to deploy Excalibur.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that'll be game.
Yup.
So I did not realize that once Yggdrasil started resolving, you'd be able to respond between me putting the card in my hand and playing that card.
Well, the effect of Yggdrasil, like, Yggdrasil doesn't deploy it. It just adds it to hand.
Yeah, no, but I'm used to Magic, though, where once a card, like, resolves and there's nothing on the stack, priority goes back to the active player, though. That's why I was not expecting that. I'm probably going to ask about that in the rules, too, just to clarify.
Okay, good. And then, yeah, for the, what was the other one that came up? The, the Chang'e Yurei deal. So it works both ways. Like, I wasn't able to, I can't bring that Yurei back because, Chang'e cannot be deployed on the same turn as other mythics. So it kind of acts as a lock for myself, preventing me from deploying any, and it also works on opponents as well. It's a weird one. Oh, man. Playing Camelot second is... I don't know how you do it.
I mean, that's why I threw in 2 Norse Sigyn. It also helps when you have galaxies collide like you did. Like, that single-handedly won you the first game, and I'm just like, oh, I cannot do anything about that.
I threw a bunch of other dumb tech cards in here, and they just never came up. But, I mean, honestly, if I open Galaxies Collide, that's normally good enough to give me a little bit to play with. And, yeah, I spent a lot of time thinking on that, but the Chang'e to get Galaxies Collide is incredibly strong.
Yeah, I also forgot to put some champions in defense position than I should have. Then again, I don't know if you ever had Angulimala at any point.
I have Angulimala in the deck. I never drew it. I wish I had it in my hand at any point. It would have gone so hard on any turn of the game. But yeah, good games.
Yeah, good games.
I don't know. Camelot is just, it is still strong. Like, I really wanted to bring one of the new playtest archetypes to this. Like, I've been running Aztec like half the tournament. I brought Undead to the match against Viper.
Okay.
I really wanted to play one of those, but the Forbidden Tides archetypes are just, they're just better.
Yeah, if I had more time this week, what I wanted to do was build a Mongol deck, because I thought for sure you were going to play a deck with that Mongol general that makes all creatures on the field Mongols.
Oh, I wanted
to mess with me.
Like, I wanted to play, my usual Nessie soup deck with that in, and maybe some of the SPQR generals. Like, there's lots of strong things you could do with just kind of Nessie pile. But I've played against you enough. I've lost enough team tournaments to you that I know that in the finals match of things, you generally like bringing weird things. And if I tried to adapt to your weird stuff, you would just adapt in a different direction and probably beat me. So I'm like, okay, to go back to the basics, what's the strongest deck? And I mean, it's Camelot. It is just Camelot.
I don't know.
Druid's
I
kind
feel
of
like
up there.
druids might be there in like a TTS tournament where you can have access to all the cards. I feel like druids might be there. I don't know.
Druid, I put them in the same tier, but like I personally don't like playing them much. They are. I mean, if Camelot feels like a you want to go first and you want to open Nimue and deck, Druid is like that ramped up to 11 is how it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much more inevitability because Camelot and Druid, they're up there because they can interact with the opponent on their turn. And that's just it's strong.
Yeah.
Like, every deck has the access to Galaxies Collide, which is a strong card, but it's like one of the only cards that can just kind of do something on the opponent's turn, regardless of what the board state is for the most part. Like I stand by the fact that like if they just printed on like SPQR Ballista as a fortifier, it would be a very good playable card.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I think that's kind of my talk here on this. I really wanted to bring a playtest deck. I wanted to play Mongol. The Undead is really fun. I did allude to one card out of the playtest being like a very strong, probably auto include against most decks in the game, except Camelot. Because the thing is, Camelot isn't really loading their grave with a lot of things. A lot of their play is just, okay, I'm going to shuffle things back. But the Undead got a magic card, Blood Moon. And it just clears out an opponent's grave for no cost and gives you a bunch of tokens.
Oh
So,
yeah.
like, that card is very good because, it's not tied to the Undead. You don't need any archetypal synergy. And a lot of decks, particularly my decks, like my Nessie files I like playing, they really like having certain things in the grave. So Blood Moon is like a card that I am interested in. I like the card, but it's also a card that like specifically hoses me style decks. And I wanted to run something like that, but I figured that you were probably just going to go Camelot again. Or at the very least, I figured you were going to do something weird. But if I anticipated that you're going to go Camelot, I agonized a lot over this matchup, and yes, I'm glad that my paranoia paid off.
Yeah, I didn't have a ton of time to try and like make any changes to this deck, so I just played the first finals in a while. I just played whatever, just what I did the previous week.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't have a lot of time to prepare. I had a lot of time to agonize, but I was also
Oh,
like,
okay.
in the middle of my job during that. Like, I couldn't really do much on here. So it was just, okay, yeah, here's a straight week of like, oh shit, what do I do? Oh shit, what do I do? Hey, I'm home. I can play a little bit on TTS. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, like up until 3 hours ago, I thought I was going to get carted off to a customer site next week. So yeah, I've been thinking about other things as well.
Yeah, all right. Well, I need to run Raxy, but good games once again.
Yeah,
Congrats on yet another tournament win.
it was a pleasure playing you as always. Running your Camelots has certainly been an experience.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I've Nessie flavored mine and done some other weird things, but again, good games, and I'm looking forward to next time.
Yeah. Take care, Raxy.
All right, you too.
All right. For anyone watching the live stream, I gotta head on out. Thanks for watching. It just occurred to me I've got to change the game number and record number on my stream. Well, that's what I get for doing a last minute live stream. But anyways, thanks for watching.